This is by far the most scary thing of the Democratic Party. This is by far the thing that kind of puts me out there to a place that I go like, whoa, what is going on? You see, we could deal with silly stuff, but when it comes to our children, this is something different. By the way, make sure you subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. But these people are incredible, crazy, and they continue to push this agenda where they want to cut our little children into, transform their body into whatever they feel like it, right? Again, our children, they're our kids, so they don't make determinations like getting a tattoo, like smoking cigarettes. I mean, we have laws against that, right? Like buying a firearm, like joining the military. I mean, if you are a father or a mother, you do realize that when kids say stuff when they're little, we're supposed to educate them, right? This is the reason why we see essentially the generation and the society that we have right now because of the failure of parents, right? Because of the failure of parents, because we are living in a society where you think that our kids are telling us what to do, when in all reality, is the other way around. We're supposed to teach our children, educate them, and all that. But it's interesting because every single time we talk about, children being, transformed into a different body and all that, for whatever reason, the parents are like that too. It's like they push the belief into our children, right? And again, let me clear this up. And again, I understand that, as parents, we try to push our belief into our children, but this is crazy. This is totally crazy. I want you to hear this, right? I want you to hear this person right here talking about, affirming. I love how they put it. We are affirming. We're not affirming anything. What we are doing here is child abuse.
Because let's be clear, this is life affirming and life saving healthcare.
Wow.
When our children tell us who they are, it is our job as grown-ups to listen and to believe them.
Not really. Not really. Absolutely not. When our children tell us who they are and they are incorrect, it's our job as adults to essentially tell them no and educate them on the proper way. Wow. Crazy stuff. Really crazy stuff here.
That's what it means to be a good parent.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Wow, that's insane. Truly insane. They talk about, cutting our kids into little pieces and, readjusting their body with really, it's crazy. It's really crazy. Let me show you one more thing that I want to show you. This is Lieutenant Governor Peggy on sex change for minors. For minors. Now, don't get me wrong. When I do this video, sometimes I get attacked. If you're an adult and you want to do whatever you want to do as an adult, that's on you. More power to you. We're talking about little kids, right? We're talking about little kids that these people are pushing this agenda on these little kids. And thanks God here in Florida, we stopped the whole don't say gay bill, whatever, because they wanted to have teachers, push this crazy stuff into our children. I mean, it's crazy. It's truly crazy because, as an adult that I'm 41 years old, I don't walk around telling people who I sleep with. I really don't. I don't walk around being like, hey, I'm a man. I like to sleep with a woman. I don't do that. But for whatever reason, the Democrats are so incredible invested on trying to tell everyone who they sleep with. Really do. And trying to tell our children at the age of 5, 6, 7 years old that it's okay for them to change their sex. And the reality is that it's just brainwashing, right? They're trying to shift our society, our generation, where 30 years from now, these kids that are listening to this nonsense, they're going to think it's okay. They're going to think it's okay to, deal with all this stuff. And again, a lot of this people, trans, gender and all that, deal with depression, deal with issues, deal with so many different things. And, you're taking medication that has so many side effects, right? They're destroying our children's life. Is definitely child abuse. But here we got the president of the United States, right? Thanks God for Ron DeSantis, right? The president of the United States talking about, how cruel it is if we don't let them do what they want. Let's open this up right here.
Transgender kids is a really harder day.
Transgender kids. Transgender kid. You know what a transgender kid is? It's a kid that has a parent that is crazy and is abusing him. That's what a transgender kid is, right? So
thing. What's going on in Florida is my mother.
what's going on in Florida is the fact that Ron DeSantis, God bless him, stop, adults, teachers, trying to tell our children that it's okay to change their sex. Imagine being a first grade teacher. You're a 40-year-old man and you're talking to a little girl about, it's okay for you to change your sex. First of all, who are you? How dare you to speak to my children about sexuality? It's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit crazy, a little pedophile, if you ask me, where you're trying to put adult, 40-year-old men, talk to little girls about sex. It's just crazy. But here we got the president of the United States trying to tell everybody that it's okay. It's okay. And because we stopped that bill, it's shameful, right? Let's get back to it.
Transgender kids is a really harder thing. What's going on in Florida is, as my mother would say, close to sinful. I mean, it's just terrible what they're doing. It's not like, a kid wakes up one morning and says, I decided I want to be.
You know what? I'm just gonna truly, based in generations and all that, truly think that your mom, Mr. President, wouldn't think it's sinful. Just based in the old timers and based in a generation, your mom is probably back in the early 1900s. I don't think she's gonna think it's sinful. I think she would think that you're crazy.
Become a man, or I want to become a woman, or I want to change. I mean, what are they thinking about here? They're human beings. They love, they have feelings, they have inclinations that are, it just, to me, is, I don't know, it's cruel. And the way we do it is we make sure we pass legislation like we passed on same-sex marriage. You mess with that, you're breaking the law, and you're going to be held accountable.
Yeah, the way we do it, you heard that? The way we do it, we pass legislation and law. So the way we do it is that we will force you, parents. If you don't agree that your children should be not felt that, then we force you. That's one to say, you're breaking the law, right? That's why they want to push law that will force the common American to accept these things. And this is why you see parents putting the children in Christian school, putting the children out of school, taking the children out of this concentration, brainwashing camps that they are building, and they're taking them home so they could teach them a proper education. Because this is crazy. Listen, if you're an adult and you want to change your sex, it's up to you. You do your thing. But when you're 5, 6, 7 years old and you're trying to put children on blockers, on medication, you're trying to conduct surgery to remove certain parts of their body, that is just child abuse, in my opinion. That is child abuse, in my opinion. You should grow up and make those determinations. When you are a kid, we should be able to protect them, because when you are a kid, you don't have that determination, you don't have that knowledge, you don't have that understanding to be able to make that crazy decision. You don't. And we know this because we don't allow children to buy guns. We don't allow children to smoke cigarettes and buy cigarettes. We don't allow children to buy alcohol. We don't allow children to open a checking account unless their parents is there to sign. We don't allow children to drive a car. We don't allow children to do many things, but we are going to allow them to cut themselves into pieces. It makes no sense. And this is why these Democrats are just crazy. Really, really crazy. This is why we have an age of adult. When you turn 18, you can make your own decision, because we understand that these kids are kids and they don't know what they're doing. But apparently, for this one, it's okay. And it's interesting to see how all these kids' parents are crazy liberals that believe in the same thing. Anyways, let me know what you think. Be careful with this. Really be careful with this, because this is insanity. Let me know what you think. Put comments down below. As always, God is in control.